right, hi guys, Johnny, Mr. Forex Fire. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in to see what's been happening on the trading this week. There's been one active, really good trade and a possibility for what I would call a violation setup. And at the end of this, I'll tell you what I took out of the system for this week. Okay, so I'm just going to share the screen. And like I say, I do this on a week-to-week basis. I build up the zones, and this looks messy at the minute, but we're going to drill into it. We've got triggered. These are the ones that triggered. This is what's in the proximity at the moment. I do tend to do what has happened for the trading week by midday on a Friday, as I have other things that I have to set up code ready for next week. So we're just going to come in and look to see where we are. And we're going to go from the odd Swiss franc first of all. Okay, so we came up and triggered into here. But the thing was, we were very, very bullish, as you can see from here where we triggered. And then we just went through. We burst through that. So if I come into the 5 minute, okay, we work upon a principle of 4 pillars of foundation. And what they are is when there's a zone trigger, I take a currency strength. When we're in the final hour of the 4 hour, I take a currency strength. And again, you can see this was very, very bullish at the time. The currency strengths are down here. Again, from here, I can make these slightly bigger. So I'll come to currency strength. I can see right now, just put this to normal for now. And what you will see is the currency strength chart will be bigger. When we come into the final hour of the 4 hour, I take what the strengths are at that time. Okay, and then we need the close of the 4 hour with the strengths, but these were just against me. So basically, as you can see on here, I was looking for sells. Okay, I was looking for sells, and if I just come into a sell pattern only, unfortunately, the sells or the sells pattern, they were coming in towards the back end of this. The strength at the time of the close of the 4 hour on here, which was this pattern, okay, it was against us, and it just went further on, and then obviously came up. I was going to try and look for sells in here, but again, it had already broke and violated the system. So the odd Swiss franc was out altogether. Okay, now the Euro NZD, this came in perfectly for us. Okay, and you can see on here, we actually went through the 15 minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour targets. Okay, unfortunately for us, what had happened was the strengths came in. I'll just change this over to a buy. The strengths came in when we'd already tapped into the 15 minute and the 1 hour. You see on here, you see where the pattern is. This came in when we were already at the 15 minute. So this all aligned nicely, but the thing was, it aligned that nicely that it just took off and it went away from the station, as I call it. So again, system worked perfectly here, but the strength was already away in the volume by the time this had already came in with where we needed to come in touch, excuse me. So again, that one came off the system. Again, we don't get annoyed when these things happen. We just need the stuff to come in and sort of tell us your attention is required here, you know. So that's the odd Swiss franc and the Euro NZD. The GBP odd, however, okay, we come into this. We did have a possible trigger event, obviously, on here. We come down where we're in the buy area. However, at the moment, we are still floundering about on the bottom end. We nearly came and tapped the 1.5, the 1.5%. On here, we came back down to entry, and then we're around about entry. So I can't see it. We've got 1.5%. I can't see it was a successful trade. At this moment, if I was trading in this particular setup, I would actually close this out for the small profit it's in at the moment. So again, I can't sort of give that it's hit the TP1, but it is in slight profit there, okay? The GBP USD, on the other hand, okay, we had some triggers on this. This was going on from yesterday. Okay, so we had the zone trigger, we had the last hour of the 4 hour. This was from this morning, but around about 9:30 we had some news events came in. Okay, so if I just come into where these news events are, okay, you'll see on here at 9:30 this morning there was S&P PMI, manufacturing PMI, global services PMI, red folder, and basically it turned the GBP weaker than the USD, and you can currently see here, okay, this was the last hour of the 4 hour, which was in our favor. We were looking for an entry, but half an hour before the close of this 4 hour, that's when the news had dropped. When the news dropped, the strengths went against. So again, the system, it shows it works, okay? And with that being in mind, the strengths at the minute, the USD was 41% there. It's now 80.7, so 81%. Whereas the GBP was 31, the GBP is now 29.3, so it'll be 29. So this kept us out of getting into a bad setup. So again, it's a positive to take out of this, okay? The next one, the NZD card, this is the one that I personally caught as well. Okay, so again, we come up into the top. We take the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15-minute targets. The 5 minute is obviously the entry that we're going to come in on, and we would have been looking for sales. Now, I was in this trade, and to prove I was in this trade, I actually do have where we at? I do have. There we are. So I posted this. I was actually in on the trade. I'd moved myself to a break even. I was looking for the price to come all the way down to here. Okay, so I was actively in this trade. And again, what this had done, we had the pattern was shown here, the strengths at the time. This was a zone trigger. The final hour was here. Okay, and then there was the close of the 4 hour. The strengths were pretty close. So because it was starting to turn, I was happy to go with that risk. And then when the pattern alert came in right here, it was showing that the CAD was stronger than the NZD. Therefore, I was getting in on an entry. You've seen that on the screenshot I had there. So this went for, we'll take the calculations, a 1.25, okay, 1.25 plus a 2.11, 2.11 plus a 4.32, plus a 4.32. Now, that is a total of 7.68%. I didn't get all of that simply because I was taking partials. I came out with a good 3%. Okay, so again, because I was taking partials at more or less half down what I got. 3% for a trading week is exceptional, in my opinion. Okay, I'd be happy with 3% each week, and I tend to get towards those. So that was the NZD card. Okay, the USD JPY, on the other hand, we were looking at this, and it was very bullish, and we stay out of the sell. We need to go back to the 4 hour and then take the last hour. We pushed right through. You can see from these candles here, we massively pushed through here. So this was setting up of what we call a violation setup. Okay, so again, when that had happened, we can't get a sell from here. So if I go down to that 5 minutes, I posted videos inside of the Discord. Okay, I was wanting to see price on this push above here. Okay, I was wanting to see the price push above here, and if it was going to push above these levels, okay, and this being that actual high, then I would possibly be interested in a buying situation. Okay, so again, when we get that and we pushed above here, this would be a possible buying situation. I didn't get in on this trade, if I'm honest with you, because like I say, I was looking at other stuff. We show the extensions. Now these extensions will show levels of what we would expect. Okay, so again, we would expect a pullback into here, then a continuation, and then TP1, 2, and things like that. It didn't come back to here. However, there was another buy pattern had came in here. Okay, so again, we would be going for a long. That long position will be coming in around about this area. you've got your TP1 here, okay? You'd be looking for at least a 1.25, okay? So we come in. There's your 1.25. So this actually came in tapped. The level under here would be the 0.75 ratio. It tapped into that and it's done a 1.25, okay? The next level up from that, if we just get these levels on the same, you can see here we're on the same levels. The next TP would be this area here, okay? Did we actually tap that as well? Not quite. We were round about a pip off. This would have given a 2.2, okay? How can we bring this down? Did it touch? It did and it didn't. I would probably say it didn't, to be fair. Again, it was around about half a pip, not even half a pip. You can see where the area is there. If I just come into here, get this calendar in, the calculator, sorry. So 0.2 of a pip, so the spread wouldn't have gotten us onto here. But you can see in here on the point of a bullishness, okay, we've got an entry here at the moment. Again, the USD, JPY, the USD is 80%, 81%, JPY is 43. You could technically be seeing right now, there's a position right there. You want to be going to, obviously, your TP1. Again, you want a 1.25 at least. So there could be technically an entry right there at the moment. But again, I'm not monitoring this. This is going to be the end of the video. We've got the triggers on here. There was a possible 1.25 on there. So if I was to add that on here, if it was a possibility, you could have had around about 8.93 this week. Overall, I have taken 3% out of the 7 point odd that was available on that NZD card. Okay. Like I say, if you're watching these videos, please give us a comment, drop some questions if you have any. Again, there'll be links in the description on how you get started with this. There is some updates coming to the indicator this week as well with regards to further alerts. But again, like I say, falling back onto this NZD, this was my trade of the week, to be fair. I got in on this, I do believe it was on the Tuesday, yeah, on the Tuesday, and it just nicely dropped. The strengths were continuously in the favor, and there was no stress of big major pullbacks. Had some consolidation here, but we did go for the full 7 point odd percent. And again, I extracted a good 3% out of this. Okay, so that's where we are. I've shown you a combination of violation setups with the USD JPY. The NZD card was the trade that came in. Again, it's all worked around the strength. We do have the watch list. I'll just come out of this at the minute. We do have the watch lists on here. Let's just take a look. Let's let this load up. We do have the watch list up here. Again, this proximity meter, this is telling us when we're in a zone for a possibility of a buy or a sell. At the minute, this is for a possible sell. If I go to that odd JPY, again, it's telling you the information before you even get there. So if I go to that 4 hour, okay, we're in the bear zone at the moment. And this is right bang on, just about to tap into that area for a possible sell. Okay, when that proximity meter goes from 20 pips to 15 to 10 to 5, this gets brighter and brighter and then eventually falls into the triggered area. Okay, watch list on here, we can see GBP card has 24 pips before, or at least under the 4 pips before it'll go into proximity. When we go into 20 pips, so this is when it falls into here. And the system is fantastic, guys. Like I say, I've waffled on enough there anyway. If you want to get started, description, links is in there. I've got a full walkthrough guide with this. It is all inside of the Discord. I updated the 4 hour entry model. to incorporate the new system. Okay, I do full breakdowns with HUD displays, walkthroughs, and show you how to do all of this stuff. And then obviously I also talk about the 4 pillars of the foundation, each checkpoint, as I call it, or each fence post, and what we do before we get in on the alert or in on the setup. Okay, again, that's been the results of what has happened so far this week. I'll see you in tomorrow's video, which is where I go through resetting my zones. Now, there's a few people like to see me resetting the zones and like to see my thoughts of why I do that and how I scale and what pip distance I like to have between these zones. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.